Though regrettably not some oddball kart racer based on the iconic series, Batman Gotham City Racer did still offer a potentially interesting spin on the Caped Crusader. A mission driving game where you race around Gotham and take down criminals could have been fun, but sadly the reins were handed to Sinister Games for this one, the developer behind the panned Dukes of Hazzard racers from a couple of years prior. Much like those, this driving game would prove a waste of a good license, with several crippling issues dampening almost all the enjoyment you could scrape from it. Not even footage from the new Batman Adventure series could save this criminally bad game. Gotham City Racer tasks you with tailing, combating, and capturing the criminals of the titular city, while playing as the Bat family. Across 51 missions, you'll drive between key districts of Gotham, often separated by a loading screen, and take on escaped goons from Arkham. The problems begin with the driving. It's extremely poor. The Batmobile handles with the grace of an elephant on an ice rink, swaying violently between stiff as a brick to sliding across and spinning out without much warning. There's little impact to the crashes, no damage indicators aside from a slowly dwindling meter, and very little nuance to the weapons, whether it's the batarangs, laser shots, or rear oil slicks. Though you do get to test out Batgirl's motorcycle in one mission, you'll otherwise be thankful for its absence, as it handles even worse. You can play as both heroes and criminals, each with their own unique vehicle, but the issue with handling doesn't disappear. While 51 missions sounds like a lot, much of Gotham City Racer is brisk. Some missions last less than a minute, and simply task you with driving to a destination, something that's easier said than done with the atrocious driving. But there are other mission types, including tailing a villain, taking down their vehicle, while shooting and dropping mines. The problem is that none of these missions are fun, thanks to the aforementioned issues with weaponry and driving. You'll tire of this game long before the end, and despite the missions taking a little under 3 hours to finish, it feels like Groundhog Day, given how often missions repeat. The lack of flexibility and relative ease of the game also limits its longevity. Even experimenting with different routes on a semi-open Gotham isn't possible, as for some reason paths are blocked off and you're forced to go a specific route. It's presented pretty awfully too. This Batman game suffers from serious fogging, lackluster 3D models, and repetitive texturing that grates on the eyes. Sometimes it looks like the wheels of the Batmobile aren't even attached. That's how poor it looks. The sound is a constant loop of a handful of short tracks, which awkwardly stop, then restart. It's not good. The only possible saving grace is the decent amount of footage taken from the new Batman Adventures, with plenty of missions bookended by scenes ripped from the show. But even that is used poorly, as the context of these encounters is torn away to set up another boring mission, and there's some noticeable skewering of the plot that will leave dedicated fans scratching their heads. None of the series' personalities show up in gameplay, with no voice clips to speak of during driving. It's a poor effort. Outside of the main missions, there is some extra content that proves just as underwhelming. Patrol lets you pick a section of Gotham and take down goons in a user-set time limit, but it's nothing but the same underwhelming design you've grown bored of, just with worse handling if you opt for one of the cycles. There's also a 2-player chase mode, which lets you and another player set up a sort of cops and robbers game, and it even lets you utilise the criminals' vehicles spotted throughout the game. Sadly, not even the intrigue of playing as the bad guys can overcome the crippling flaws which plague this game. Batman Gotham City Racer would prove another woeful use of the iconic hero, ending a bad run of games with a displeasing take on mission racing. The concept of utilising the Batmobile to take down goons could have proved great fun, but atrocious handling and tedious objectives leave this one spinning its wheels. It ends up feeling like a rushed mess, with little effort put into the presentation, use of the show's footage, or even design. Fans of the Caped Crusader will struggle to find enjoyment here, and a myriad of racing games on the PlayStation outclass this effort with ease, leaving poor Batman eating the dust.